woo. We're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with the reviews. And fuck me, because for this review, I went to the deep ends for this one. Get some fresh, new quality content. Not really, but still, there's a new review. So don't be silly and join me, Hentai Lily, because we are going to review Netsuzou Trap. Some basic information about this show. This series is actually not that long. It only consists of 12 episodes, but each episode only lasts for 9 minutes. Some of you have noticed that the title of the show actually has the word NTR in it. And some of you might know what that means, and if so, you're in this with me, but some of you don't, and it shows. But for those who don't know, NTR, also known as Naturare, is a type of genre that's central focus is all about the topic of cheating and the very ways that people get away with it and the effects of once everything is revealed. With that being the central theme of the show, it can only go badly, honestly. But I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is also a Yuri anime. Yeah. This is going to be one hell of an experience. But will you join me as I break down this fucked up anime? Yay. Alright, when starting the show off, it starts off right away with the story. No bullshit filler. Our main characters, Hotaru and Yuma, are starting to get a little freaky in the bathroom, if you know what I mean, while their boyfriends Fujiwara and Takeda wait for them outside after a hip and cool teens night out, when both couples split up for the night, going their own separate ways. And this is where Takeda starts to shoot his shot. Like a true Chad, he kisses Yuma to finally solidify their newfound relationship. How adorable. So apparently, in this next part, Yuma and Hotaru are neighbors, but it's like never mentioned in the show until ironically the last 2 episodes is when we actually know like, hey, they're neighbors, but you were supposed to know this whole time. So that was pretty weird, but like, okay, I guess. This is where most of the story occurs, in the balcony of both of their apartments. This is where they talk to each other and then they do the freaky shit. But yeah, Hotaru and Yuma, they live next door to each other. They talk to each other in their own balconies. And this is where most of the plot development and also the story progression, that too. The following episodes continue that the idea of both girls practicing doing these sexual acts for when they do it with their mans, they're ready for any challenge. Well, actually, the practice is only for Yuma. Hotaru knows what she's doing. Hotaru knows exactly what she's doing. And it's only to just tease Yuma. Because, of course, every Yuri scene has to have a little bit of teasing in it. And all of this is actually happening behind their boyfriends' backs, which is, you know, the NTR part of the show. You know, ooh, they're cheating, but, like, their boyfriends don't know. That's tough. And, you know, as the episodes continue, the story gets more explicit with its scenes and with its themes. Did not mean for it to rhyme. That's how good I am. But it starts to continue up a similar formula that gets a bit repetitive for time, where it's just, there's a date, they split up. Now, Yuma and Hotaru are alone, then they do some hentai shit, and then they go their separate ways. And yeah, I know some of you are asking, Lily, is there nudity in the scenes? Just, I don't know. Yes, there is. But the light happens to censor everything. But don't worry, there are some very spicy scenes, to balance it out. You'll know once you get there. Oh, okay. Thanks, I guess. Okay. Moving on. As the relationship between Hotaru and Yuma slowly reaches a climax, wink, it actually leads to the eventual fall of Yuma and Takeda's relationship. Should have seen that coming, you piece of shit. Honestly, if we're being honest here, when we're talking about Takeda's character, you just gotta feel bad for the guy, honestly. I mean, he's trying his fucking best, but he's only getting put to the side just so Yuma and Hotaru can be together even more. But eventually, that just makes the situation more awkward between Yuma and Takeda. That's why the relationship ended in the first place, because she's not spending time with him. What's the fucking point of him trying? Like, good for you, Takeda. Stand your ground. You don't need no woman. It's high school, so you kind of do. But you know what I'm saying. Now with that happening, now the attention soon begins to shift towards Hotaru. This is where we get to see more of her life and how dark and mysterious she really is. We soon realize that Fujiwara knows exactly what's happening between Hotaru and Yuma and all the weird shit that they've been doing recently. But he honestly doesn't care much about it. But he actually does get involved with it, but just making the situation even more uncomfortable for the two of them by making fucked up jokes or taking pictures and promising to blackmail her and tell Takeda what's really happening behind the scenes, no BTS shit. Because of these incidents, Yuma starts to lose trust and faith in Fujiwara and starts to fear that there's something worse lingering on. And of course, this is where we start to find out that the relationship between Hotaru and Fujiwara is not actually based on love, and is instead based on desire. This alone shows that this relationship is very toxic, and even ending up being abusive later on in the episodes. We see Yuma over and over again trying to convince Hotaru to just leave Fujiwara so she can live a life of her own, being independent. But actually, she's being very resilient and chooses to still stay with Fujiwara. This is where the story starts to get very real and very dark. For a bit. Then we get some cat girl action. Let's fucking go. Yes. Fucking let's go. Very mature content here, folks. After that whole whatever that was, we still see that Yuma is contemplating on who she loves, whether it's Takeda, her first boyfriend, or Hotaru, her lifelong best friend. All while her life is slowly getting worse and worse by the day, all because of her undecided emotions. Yuma ultimately confesses to Hotaru and gets massively friend-zoned Lamau, but for now. Now, she's truly lost because what can she do now? Later on, Yuma gets to in person see how abusive this relationship really is, because in the previous episodes we've only seen glimpses and references to the abuse, but we've never seen it ourselves. No, this is all episode 11, this whole confession and abuse shit in 9 minutes. I don't know how they did that, but it happened. If you want to know why I skimmed over a lot of the scenes in the episodes, it's because it's either repetitive or just plain up Yuri and there's nothing to talk about that. I mean, I'm all for the Yuri scenes. I do not care. I'm willing to review that shit. That's spicy, bitch. But yeah, what can happen during episode 12? Well, Yuma ends up talking to Hotaru, trying to convince her once more to just leave Fujiwara, but she still doesn't want to. Yuma is left with no other option, and actually ends up talking to Takeda. They finally have their closure for their, characters in their relationship. Yuma and Takeda eventually reach a mutual respect for each other. They understand that life won't give everyone what they want. That also includes love. So Takeda decides to take the bad ending, knowing that the relationship between them is indeed over. And he is fully content with that, and tells Yuma to just keep trying and consider who she loves and find her own happy ending, even if Takeda's been dealt the worst hand in the situation. She does. She finally learns that it's not always going to be about her emotions. It's actually more about how Hotaru feels as well. Simple. There's not like complex storytelling in this shit. So, Yuma leaves to meet up with her, but not without the final moments where we see Takeda smile at her, knowing damn well that he still has feelings for her. You hate to see it, folks. You really hate to see it. Seeing the girl you loved leave you for someone else, even when you gave it your all, but you still have to accept that you tried and it wasn't enough. Shit, that was fucking sad. But now, in the final scene of the show, we see Yuma chase down Hotaru and just implodes with her emotions and tells her how she honestly feels with a somewhat generic emotional speech. But who cares? It worked. Then they kiss. For real? I guess they kissed before, so it doesn't really mean shit. But I guess they kissed as a couple. And some of you be asking, what happened to Fujiwara? He low-key doesn't care. He moves on, I guess. They don't fully give an ending to the fucking relationship of theirs. So we just assume, like, okay, they moved on. Okay. Finally, to end the show off right, they give us a time-lapse of both of them walking together, happily enjoying life. How sweet. And now, for the review. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I did. I really did. To a certain degree. The Yuri and NTR aspects of the show are somewhat new to me. Obviously, I've seen Yuri before, but I've never seen an NTR anime. Or a hentai, to be in general. It was a new experience. That's legitimately the only reason I saw this anime in the first place, to see what Netorare was all about. I might dive deeper into the whole NTR genre and to see what's, appealing to it. Maybe I'll try to find something better, if there is even anything better than this. But for now, Netsuzou Trap is an alright anime that you can binge in under 2 hours. And it's something I can recommend to anyone who's into Yuri or that Netorare type shit. Other than that, I can see why most people would skip this. And that's pretty alright. For me, like I said before, I really liked it, but not enough to be one of the favorites that I've seen. It's very forgettable, it truly is, and it doesn't allow for the story to fully and properly develop for someone to be completely emotionally invested. I was invested into the story, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't to the point where like I shed a tear when they finally kissed, or when Yuma and Takeda like finally accepted each other as who they are. I didn't really care for it. I pulled an all-nighter just to watch this shit. It was like 1 in the morning, but still, I was happy with the ending. I really didn't care. I'm not gonna go back and watch it, but still, I enjoyed it. It's good. But still, don't forget that Takeda is a true fucking king. He deserves fucking better than what fucking happened in this show. I get it. That was the point of Netorare. The point of it is he gets cheated on and he loses his lover. I know. That's really fucked up, which is the point. We stand Takeda. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't quote me on that, please. Yeah. Moving on. Either way, in the end, my rating for Netsuzou Trap is a strong 6.5. 6.5. It's good, but not amazing. But watch it for yourself and tell me what did you think of it. So hit like if you did enjoy, that would be sugoi. Subscribe if you're new, and comment down below what other anime I should review. Other than that, this is goodbye from Hentai Lil Y. Peace.